So as a Japanese student, I'm really proud of Naomi Osaka and her achievement, and I'm particularly, proud of Naomi's approach to human dignity and the welfare of, each individual. And recently, Naomi Osaka is participating in the French Open, also known as Roland Garros, and she said that she's going to, answer the press during Roland Garros because, you know, um, Naomi felt that people have no regard for athletes' mental health, and you know, and that rings true, very true. Whenever Naomi sees a press conference or partake in one. Now, the organizers of the Grand Slam tournaments, including the French Open, they issued a statement and they regard the attending the press conference is the responsibility for the players, and the players should engage with the media, whatever the result of their match. And they claim that that is a responsibility which players take for the benefit of the sport, the fans, and for themselves. Now, this personally sounds like a really, you know, really vague and ill-positioned statement coming from the organizers. You know, athletes are walking on the tightrope. That is my perception of these wonderful individuals, and they put so much energy and so much practice, and they put everything into the tournaments. And what they do on the court is all there is to see. I mean it. I mean, it is not the job for the tennis players to answer questions from the journalists at the press conference. It's not their job description. The job of the tennis players is to perform well on the clay or on the pitch, and that is all there is to see. So the press, no matter what they want to do, I mean, they might want to write an article for the newspaper or make some comments on the TV. Uh, they have all their material during the tennis match. I mean, everything is there to see. So, if a tennis player chooses to attend the press conference, that is fine. That is his or her own decision. But when a tennis player feels that he or she cannot, is not in a state of mind where he or she can attend the press conference, then the tennis player has every right to not to attend the press conference due to the mental condition and mental health issues and concerns. So, you know, um, this statement coming from the organizers of the Grand Slam tournament is so ridiculous. Tennis players are not slaves. I mean, they sound like they're endorsing, very scantily veiled form of modern slavery for the tennis players. Nobody should be forced to do something he or she is not willing to do. That seems to be the universal value that we hold so dear today. So the fact that the organizers of the Grand Slam tournament uh, is forcing Naomi to attend these conferences is totally out of tune with the what we value as universally important principles in today's world. Um, you know, each individual is different, and each individual is differently conditioned. Some people might find it, enjoyable or at least okay to attend the press conferences after he or she has lost a match. But there can be some individuals who find it so hard to attend the conferences. I suspect that Naomi Osaka is taking one for the team. I mean, Naomi, as an individual, might find enough strength and resilience to attend the press conference and answer the questions from the journalists. Maybe she can do that. But she's doing this action because she is so concerned about the general condition of the press conference, the general culture of the press conference, in which some of her colleagues have been exposed to, glaring experiences, and that is why probably Naomi is doing this. So, you know, Naomi's Instagram, in which she made this statement, has been received very, very favorably, and in particular, Venus Williams, a really excellent tennis player, she wrote, "Go do you. Your life is yours to live." Exactly. I mean, everybody's life is, his or her to live. It's not the business of, the organizers of the Grand Slam tournaments to force something that is so, you know, painful, that is so against the nature of somebody. It's not their business. Their business is to hold a tournament in which we can celebrate this wonderful sport that is tennis. That is their job description. Their job description is not to force, these wonderful athletes to attend a press conference when they don't feel like it. So this continuing saga between Naomi Osaka and the organizers of the Grand Slam tournament is a really interesting one, because what is at stake is a principle of respecting individual freedom and individual space. Because, as I repeat, the job description of the tennis players is to play well on the court, and that's it. There's nothing more than that. So, for me, the organizers of the Grand Slam tournament are forcing something that is so inhuman, and that what they are saying amounts to modern slavery. And that shows a total lack of imagination and respect on the part of the organizers. And they are so out of tune with the, general conditions of today's world. Maybe these officials should resign even, because they are so out of tune. If a tennis player agrees to attend a press conference, that is fine. But that should be his or her choice, not the forced requirement coming from the top officials of organizers. Organizers are really, they play a really important role. But at the end of the day, what matters is what these athletes do on the court, and not these stuffy old men, I presume, mostly male dominated, I presume, do in their offices. It's not their business to do that.